All right, welcome everyone. Let me just gotta turn off a button here and there. Welcome to Pine Grove News Live. We've been trying to get out of broadcast since Monday. So Monday, Monday there was no power. So we could not put out a video. And to Wednesday, I did a show. I really did. But there was no audio. So go figure. I mean, you know, whatever happens, happens. I mean, what are you going to do about it, right? But apparently, you know, it received 40 views. I don't, thank you, Lord, for bringing those people there anyway. Hopefully this will get out there. I am not running Screencast-O-Matic, so that hopefully when we play a little clip from a YouTube video, that we won't have problems. But still working on it. Still working on changing this all over. I'm going to go and do that. But anyway. And in the meantime, you know, I get, updates, and try to get them. I only let them do it when I'm ready. And so anyways, 2 updates in one day, and then all my tabs are gone. So I don't have that. I have a different coronavirus update. It's not the one I normally have, and I'll show you that one right now. This one was from, don't have one from yesterday. Today is Friday, by the way, thank God. A lot of things going on. Between bomb threats and, I'll have to say it. I haven't really checked it out, but apparently there has been a coronavirus person that has been conferred positive in our building, in the Ruth's house. So now I guess it's there, and they shipped her or him out. I believe it was him. His name is Ray. I just want to say, Ray, God bless you, and praying for you, brother. So, but we'll go over some of that. Right there, you'll see that on Tuesday at 7:43 p.m. it was 1,970,000, and on Wednesday, 4:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it went up to 2,023,000. Now that's just confirmed. See, the deaths went up about 7,000. It's just crazy. And I want you to notice, notice China, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh from the top who started, apparently it started in China, supposedly. Who knows? Not really, probably no 5-10 years down the road when somebody finally admits it. But anyways, there's all kinds of stories out there. Use your own discernment. Holy Spirit discernment. That's the only way you're going to get the truth. So, 83,000. That's where China is at the moment. We're at 619,000 in the U.S. And yeah, we can say it's mainly because, we've done more testing. We don't have more people. That's for sure. And there's other stories out there too that these figures may be inflated. But, those are the things that are out there that's going around. And so I will bring you, I guess, unsure of how to really start this. Oh, and on the, April, it's April 17th, and we have a snowstorm coming in tonight. starting at around 11 p.m., which means even though I have the weekend off, not when it snows, though, I have to go in no matter what. And unfortunately, the first 5 hours are going to be regular time if I'm there that long. So 1 to 5 inches, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. They were saying before that it's a fine line, right in the middle of our state, whether we get snow or not. But in any case, yeah, I put the snowblower away. I put shovels away, the brushes to clean up the car. That's all away. I got my motorcycle. I got it out of the garage and it's ready to go on the road. So it better not snow. No snow. And so, I don't know, I guess I don't really have, much for notes except that, watching a lot of videos, well, I guess not a lot, a few videos on, the tyranny that's going on and how people are reacting to that. Yeah, YouTube is PGN, no dash, no comma, no nothing, just space, PGN Live or PGN Live Stream. I think you'll get there with just PGN Live. That's what I've got in there. So, I mean, it's titled PGN Live Stream, mainly because it's on that page where people are live. So, in any case, PGN Live, yep. Head on over there. And, okay. Not there? You're not there, or it's not there? I'm looking at it now. I have under PGN Live Stream. Apparently it's out there. It's working for me anyway. And everything seems to be okay. So let me know if you're still having problems, Quest Driver. Okay. In the meantime, we'll talk about, with Trump coming out and Cuomo and from New York coming out, they're all, they want to open up the country because they know what's going on. I mean, between those protests in Lansing, Michigan, people driving up to the Capitol and blocking the roads, apparently it's happening in other places as well. And let's see, we'll go with this one right here from a Free Thought Project. Protests mount across the U.S. Multiple sheriffs openly stand against a lockdown. Well, that's good. I mean, that's good to hear. But I know there are other people, especially in other countries as well, that are not with the people. And why not? Aren't they people just like we are? I mean, maybe some of them are not. Maybe some are, paid pretty well from the government. And so that's where they'll go. But and like usual, I'm going to leave these links. And this one, I want you to go see Dana's video again. She put another one out yesterday. It's called What in the World is Actually Going On? And document reveals plans step by step. She always puts out a good video. This one is pretty good, pretty revealing, shows a few of the protests, shows and what's going on in different countries. Germany, Kenya, in Africa. Let's see, India. They're beating people with poles in India if they go out and break this social distancing thing or the stay-at-home thing. Yeah, and Dubai. This is a picture that you're looking at right now. This is, I guess it's Dubai, India, right? The highways, everything, it's just empty. Not one car, nothing. So, just crazy stuff, man. Different countries have different punishments. Some get, You know, they actually, in India, they actually have these officers, whatever the heck you call them, policemen. I don't know what they're policing. But anyway, you know, beating people on the street, making them do weird things like push-ups, and two other people had to do some kind of weird body contortion because they were caught. I mean, other ones are being, you know, like in Germany. Let's go to that mark. Where was that? 415. Let's see, 414. Yeah, Berlin, Germany. I mean, they're taking, you know, an old man away. Let's just play it for a minute. I know you're not going to be able to hear it on Mixler, but we'll try. We're going to turn it on anyway in Mixler. See if anything happens with that. I don't know. Maybe it's Mixler that's the whole problem, you know, mixing with the software. But anyway, let's go back to this video. Let's see. Just some crazy stuff, man. I mean, this is what happened, you know, prior to World War II in Germany. You know, they took away the people's rights. They took away their guns. They did a lot of things that, you know, Obama in his little reign there tried to do as well. Yeah, let's just play this for a minute.
It is only showing them the same fear of the virus media that we're getting here in America. This was sent to me from a subscriber.
Yeah, so you listen, and you know, well, you got to read because I don't understand German either. But he's talking to the officer and he's telling him he took an oath. You know, they have a constitution too. They took an oath on the Constitution to not do these things, and they're actually, trying to do what they're told by the tyrannical governments or powers that be, both probably the same thing. And I know what's going on, but there's a lot of people just they're fed up now. I think it's going to be all done. This little test, and I believe it's all a test. Heck, it could be a lot worse. It could actually be a biological weapon. It could actually, the goal could and will be soon. If Gates has his way, and all these Fauci, whatever his name is, the CDC doctor there, who's also aligned with Gates on some board somewhere. In any case, man, so he is actually talking about him swearing an oath to the Constitution. And now he's, telling people to go into the house. I mean, we are allowed freely to assemble. We are allowed to have peaceful protests. Peaceful. Now, if they get out of hand, that's a different story. But peaceful protests, yes. We are not supposed to be forced to go into our homes and basically, put ourselves in our own prison because they just don't have room in the prisons. In any case, so peaceful protest. This was Wednesday, yesterday. And I don't know why the IMF is coming out and issuing this warning. Okay, the International Monetary Fund issued a warning and urged governments to take action as global societal unrest is on the horizon. What does the IMF have to do with any kind of government control of its people, right? Well, money trumps all, doesn't it? Yeah, and in the meantime, I did get my stimulus, okay, the $1,200 that, for whatever reason, that's what they gave it to us for. I guess they gave it to us to kind of shut us up for a couple days or another week. I don't know, man. the people who need it the most are the ones that were laid off specifically, and especially the businesses. All the restaurants here around me, there must be like 15 restaurants, okay? A lot of them have just closed, left, gone. That's it. They can't, they're not set up to do this takeout thing and get a fraction of their business. They can't keep employees on the payroll for something like that. And so the $1,200, I guess that, that's for us to try and endure it more. But these businesses, even if the government does give them the money, they have to pay it back. And probably, I don't know for sure, with interest, right? I mean, they're in business to make money, not to take loans out just to stay open. It just doesn't work that way. Trump knows that. He wrote a book, The Art of the Deal. So, yeah, all I'm saying is, and you can read on in this article, particularly talking about the COVID-19 virus crisis are perceived as insufficient or unfairly favored large corporates rather than people in the ostensible land of the free. That is indeed the case of Americans were given laughable $1,200 deposits for 10 weeks or longer. Stay at home while banks and large corporations receive trillions. And we talked about this, right? Pelosi, she wouldn't sign this aid package for the American people. I don't know how many times you people have to understand what the Democratic Party stands for, and especially, people like Pelosi and, Cortez, whatever her name is, and the other 2 or 3 Muslims that are on the Democratic Party. I mean, they're there. I mean, she wouldn't sign it until at least a couple things were agreed upon. And one of them being the millions of dollars. I don't know if it was a donation or just a government grant to the JFK Museum. I don't know at this moment, remember where that was. But that had nothing to do with what's going on and what's being, put on top of us. And you do know that the Democratic Party they basically want socialism or communism. And it's okay for them because they're in higher up positions and it won't affect them, right? The ones that are in the higher tier, they're the ones that live in life of luxury, while the slaves, barely can, have, the food that they need to keep them going. In any case. All right, well, I'll just get off that. Just let you know that people are starting to stand up. They are fed up. They want to go back to work. There's, and they feel it, to the point where they say that they would rather go out there and suffer the consequences of an infection of this supposed COVID-19 than lose their livelihoods and, suffer, the things that people normally suffer when they live paycheck by paycheck, and then it all of a sudden doesn't come anymore. I mean, the stress and other things that just piles up that way is definitely much harder than to being sick for a couple of days or 14 days or whatever it is. Go look at all the data, people. Go look at everything. Go look at the evidence. Go everywhere and then put it all together and discern, through the Holy Spirit. Like I said, that you will get the understanding. Jesus told us to do that in everything. And if you do, you'll be far better off for it. That's for sure. Yeah, and so I'm not going to play any of this. This is from High Impact Flicks, which has been banned from YouTube on a couple occasions. He talks about the tyranny that's going on, and it's definitely going on. And for the most part, people, you're letting it happen. You know, except for what we're talking about now is people finally starting to wake up and realize that, you know, what's going on. And I think actually Trump knows this is going on too, but he's in a battle. I mean, if you believe, you know, the QAnon thing, anyways, you know, the deep state, whatever's going on there, I know there's got to be a group in there that fights against that, fights against Trump. And so far, Trump is winning. But, now just use your discernment on that. He is fighting them. You know, we had to go through this, still are going through it. And who knows, man, you know, this money that we're getting, it may be just a cover for them to, you know, do something else, do more. Anyway, let's just go on with this other news, because there's a lot of things that are going on, and I'm going to go through them quickly. Okay, this is from Natural News. Government tyranny is far more dangerous than COVID-19. And a lot of people are starting to realize that, yep. So we must not slide into socialism or communism as we attempt to survive the coronavirus. And who knows, you know, this video could possibly even be blocked because I'm using just that name. They are starting to go after people and claim, you know, fake news because they have fact-checked it. One of them being Politica or Politico, or whoever they are. I've heard of them, but they're the ones out of the two that they claimed are now fact-checkers, and they trust them. So anyways, probably, you know. And also, California continues to reward lawlessness with taxpayer-funded, you know, virus gift of $125 million to illegal immigrants. Okay, so people, I don't know where you stand on any of that, and all I can say is I have nothing at all against immigration. I mean, this is how this country was, you know, started, with immigration. Yeah, so I have nothing against that. I do have something against people coming in here illegally, and then Democratic talking heads, I don't know, they use them for their political gain. And we can't be giving money out to them. I mean, we give money out to everybody, but there's other people that need it in this country who are working, who are not working, who are American citizens, and because of this, you know, they either laid off or furloughed or whatever. These illegals just come in here because they know that people like, you know, Pelosi and others will fight to give them money. You know why? Because they want to buy the vote. It's plain and simple. It's about the votes. It's about this presidential election coming up. Maybe, you know, it's about the money. And my wife asked me last night after I told her, you know, that we got our stimulus, right? She says, oh, yeah, well, where did they get the money? You know, something, you know, because we know that the country is basically, you know, trillions of dollars in debt. You know? Yeah, they just printed it. And she started laughing because, you know, it is pretty funny. I mean, the act is funny. Just print, you know, on this freaking crazy paper as much as you want and just flood it. But eventually we all know that if you flood the world with this currency, eventually it's just not going to be worth anything. And I think that's part of the whole thing that they're doing. They're trying to bring this country down. They want Obama. That was his job. He wanted to fundamentally change America. He wanted it to become another third world country. He already changed the medical system by putting out his Obamacare, which is in no way caring for the American people, just the illegals that are coming in. So let's just go on with the news, okay? There'll be plenty of talk about this corona and these stimulus packages. I did not know that there was going to be $1,200 a week. I thought it was like a month or something like that, or just a one-time payment. I mean, where are we going to? Anyways, the amount that they're paying us is a far cry less than what others are getting paid that are, big corporations, politicians, and their interests. Yeah, so makeshift morgue. New Jersey police find 18 bodies of the corona victims in a nursing home. And on that note, people, I just want to remind you that that's where I work. I work in a nursing home. There's two buildings there. I work in the Ruth's house at the moment. Actually, I got stuck behind the lines per se. While I was in the Ruth house, there was a big increase in confirmations of the virus, and there was none where I was, so I was not allowed to go to that building. And so I want to show you that building, if I have the picture of it. Well, I do have a picture because there is a video that I'm going to show you. Well, anyways, let's just go with this article. This article, which I got a couple days ago, even though this supposedly happened on April 2nd, a lot of employees did not know about it until 2 days ago. This is from the United States Attorney's Office, District of Massachusetts. It says, East Longmeadow man charged with attempted arson at a Longmeadow assisted living residential facility. Okay, incendiary device was placed at the entrance of Ruth's house, a Jewish-sponsored assisted living residential facility. So in short, okay, it was a man, it says down here, John Michael Rathburn, 36, was charged with attempted arson. And apparently he's part of some kind of white supremacist hating group that do not like Jewish people. He should have probably did his homework, because a lot of people in the Ruth house are not Jews. There's a lot of Christians there, Catholics, other, denominations. But yes, Jewish too, but they follow Jewish traditions there. They go through all the holidays. So these residents also have to go through what they have to eat during these holidays. They don't like the matzah bread and all that stuff. So anyways, this is what happened. Okay, and we didn't know about it until, like I said, the article came out and my daughter showed me, and I had another one here from, anyway, it was on the news again today on the radio because of this. So apparently when this man was caught, for this attempted attack, this came out, this is out it says yesterday. So yesterday, man who attempted the attack on the Jewish nursing home released from jail due to the COVID-19 fears. So they let this guy, I don't see how he just got arson, attempted arson. Shouldn't he have gotten some kind of hate crime? And didn't they? I know they started charging people with those things. So anyways, this East Longmeadow man was charged Wednesday with attempted arson at a Jewish home living facility, has been released to home confinement. Yeah, he's home with his mommy. Yeah. So this judge, Catherine Robertson, allowed this. So in any case, so we have had a police presence since the article came out. Now they say this attack took place on the 2nd, but that was almost 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. So in any case, that being said, We are a target there, not only for that, you know, we have had, increases from this coronavirus, which specifically, and, targets elderly people and people with compromised immune systems, like, kidney disease, heart problems, high blood pressure, and the list goes on. But it's mainly elderly people. And it makes, a lot of people have come out with their little summations about it and their opinion about why. It's just like any other flu, though, people. It attacks the weak. If you get it. The thing about this virus is that it is very infectious. It spreads like wildfire. And then there's rumors about, China going through a second wave. There is maybe a second wave out there. From the very beginning, they were talking about 2 strains out there. So in any case, we all have our heads on the swivel now, okay, at the Ruth's house. The police are there, periodically throughout the day, drive-bys. And, we are all getting hazard pay now, too. I don't know why they're trying to, I'll accept it. You want to give me the money? I'll take the money. I could use it. You can always use it. I know other people could use it. Because I got my paycheck today and I looked at it and I said, oh, this is not right. This is wrong. Something's going on. For the sake of not telling, I don't tell anybody, at least at work, what I make. It's just something you should not do. Is tell people what you're making, where you are, because people always get angry and take offense and so on and so forth. But a lot of smiling faces today, they all got their hazard pay. And all I can tell you is, there was a news broadcast that was out a few days, I don't know, last week maybe, that said the CNAs, that's the certified nurses aides, who actually have to be in contact face-to-face with these people, with the elderly, who are susceptible to this virus. And they're supposed to get $1 to $10 an hour on top of what they already make. And people like me who work for maintenance, who are still, they essential. Actually, I'm the only one there right now. So I'm very essential there as far as maintenance. There's not really a lot of painting going on, believe me, but that's what I was hired for, painting. Until January 5th, where I was hired for maintenance as well. But anyway, yeah, I got my hazard pay too. And, it was almost double what I normally make. And that's why, whoa, this is just wrong. I need to go tell somebody, man. And then I asked one of the CNAs, did you get any hazard pay today? He said, yeah. She kind of didn't want to tell me, because she's the one that told me, you don't tell anybody what you make. And I agree with it. But they got theirs. Everyone got their hazard pay. And apparently that's going to happen every week until this is over. And it does make, working there a little better. It does. It didn't matter to me either way, but it mattered to the other ones. I'm glad to hear that for them. Really, really. Yeah, my brother said, that the jobs were hard to find, but with that update that Trump came out, I don't know, a couple of days ago. I don't know if you saw that, Quest Driver, that he said he was releasing releasing the hounds, but he was releasing the truck drivers, that they're going to be on the road. And I also mentioned the past couple of days, there have been a lot of trucks on the road. And they should get hazard pay, yes, because I've heard of a lot of hijackings that go on. Where they happen, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to talk to my brother more. So, yeah. So that's good news, anyways. That it all, kind of reassures us, that the products are. We do have them still, even though they're still trying to scare you with the food, and that may even be still a problem, whether it's manipulated, instigated, and done by powers that be, either to scare you and take away the food so that you have to rely on them to get that food. Yeah. Yeah, I will, bus driver. I'd like to see whether those that have been cut in half, whether they've increased. I'm sure they have, but I'm going to have to talk to them. Yep. So, let's see. So that's that, and this guy, and it's not just this one guy who's threatening these Jewish homes in the neighborhood, because we got a Jewish school, a couple synagogues, and obviously where we are, we have two. One's a nursing home and one is a assisted living. The one I'm in is assisted living, which means these people can basically get around, but they need help a little bit from time to time. Where the nursing home obviously means just that. The nurse have to be on call all the time because these people are, need a lot more help. So, with that, he's talking about governors of 6 eastern states will cooperate on reopening. Governors of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and Delaware said on Monday that they would work together to plan for reopening the region's economy, schools, and other important elements. Well, that's we're both reading that for the first time. I thought the schools were going to be closed for the rest of the year, and they probably should. I know it hurts the people who have to, stay home because they have to take care of these children, where normally they could at least go to work while they were in school and so on and so forth. But anyways, even if they do start opening, it's not going to be right away. Some said that they were talking about it being, tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, really. So I wanted to show you, I thought I had a picture of this. You remember we were talking about Comet Atlas. Well, I know when I was trying to put out the news the other day, I did have some information, that I'm sure by now that Comet Atlas has broken into at least 3 pieces. At least I knew that 2 days ago. And that there's another comet on its way, and I think they're calling that one Shiva or something like that, kind of like that Indian goddess that they use at CERN. So that's coming in. And then I've been listening to this for the past 2 days. The YouTube channel that I usually listen to is, I think he calls it Wages War or something like that. He does, broadcast with Steve. Trying to remember his site because I don't listen to it that often anymore. He does his 5-6 a.m. 5-minute briefing about what's happening with the sun and everything else. But we've been hearing this for the past 2 days and going through the data. There is something that really strange because we're supposed to be watching the heavens, man. That's what the Lord said. Look for the signs in the heavens. And so, after Revelation 12 and all that took place, we've been pretty much glued to the heavens. And this thing that happened with the sun, where it kind of did some weird stuff a couple days ago. And then I guess it was today or yesterday, there was someone said that there might be a CME on its way here, but that's not what this guy was saying. We might get a glance and blow, but we've had them before. And sometimes it just means that you'll, get a little static in your phone call or brief outages. That's about it. But this thing that happened, the sun kind of ejected something on two different sides, horizontally to each other at the same time. So I don't know, man. Go over to Wages War and let me go. I'm going to go look that up for a second and make sure that that is the site. Wages World. No. Yeah, Wages World. Let's see if this is it. No. Okay, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Wages. It's or wage. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got it. I can go to my subscription box here and come on. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why it will not let me scroll down and find this. Dabu, no. Why? It never works when you want it to work, because, all right, let's see if it'll work this way. There we go. All right. So that's not in there. Let's go further down. Let's go all the way down. Yeah, I only got, 192 plus subscriptions. I gotta go clean it out someday. So, yeah, why can't I find it? World news, no. I know it's in here. Yeah, see, I don't like when other people do this. I don't know why I'm doing it right now. But, you figure we'd have the ones I see the most up in the beginning. Oh, maybe it's not even that. Chrono 16, that's what it is. But he has on his page, no. Anyway, you can find it at Chronos. I don't know if it's Chrono 16. All right, I apparently have no idea. My short-term memory is having problems again. So, I thought it was named something else. In any case, you can go find it. Go. We just had it there a minute ago. Anyway, you could probably go to this article that I will be putting in the list of links. And it looks like it, him anyway, but see, we'll show you right here. This is what happened. See this? This is where the sun blew off the side. And then there's a lot of information that's missing too, which, whoever does that made sure that something happened in between that time. You'll never know because they just, there's obviously a delay and they take that information away from you. So this is what happened. I mean, something just blew out both sides of the sun. Don't know what this one is down there. I think it's I think he said Mercury or something. But anyway. So you can go see for yourself at this Lasco thing. I got to go in there and do that some more. This might be him right here. This is the guy right here. It's not showing his name right now. But we'll just go here and find out. All right, so there it is. Wages World. I know Wages was in there somewhere. I got Wages World. That's who, go listen to him. He knows what the heck he's talking about. And he explains a lot of it in layman's terms, which, I need quite a bit. So, in the meantime, everything else is going on, right, people? I mean, everything, all those things that are still going on, the birth pains, are going on in the world. The volcanoes are still up, and that's one thing I did not do. I did not go and get the volcano update for the week, which is right here. I just want to look at it briefly so we can find if there was any more. Actually, it went down. We were up to 17 volcanoes last week, and there was a couple that went off. New activity unrest reported for 4 volcanoes between the 8th and the 14th. Still ongoing activity reported for 12. Okay, last Friday it was 17. So, well, that's good news. At least, 5 have slowed down. And then, the earthquakes obviously are still going on. Still had a unusual one, I guess, in Utah. And that's been an ongoing thing too. Yeah, I just watch out for that because my brother ends up going through that state, Utah, towards the southern part of the state when he does his routine. And we still have floods. We still have droughts going on that they're reporting in California. Hey, getting ready for the new fire season, right? Yeah. We still have all that going on, people. But, let's just keep looking up. Let's, because our redemption does draw nigh. And there is hope in all this crazy, demonic, warped world. It's just insane. The things that continue to go on. And I know we have to live here, but we can have some semblance of peace, right? I know it's possible because I'm living it. I'm not worried about these things. Yeah, how big was that one Quest driver? I didn't, I know it was probably up in the 5s. I'm just guessing though. And that happened what? Today or yesterday? Utah again. And of course, we still have those, big 6ers down in southern Ring of Fire. 5.2. Okay. Yeah, it's a good size one. So with that, y'all, I ain't got much of else. I've already went, way too freaking long, more than I wanted to tonight. Wife is home and she's not sick. She has to go to New York because the jobs were few, the pickings were very slim. So she went there and helped them out. She was there, 1-2 days. And then the person who was running it went to another building and hasn't showed up since. Calls her up and tells her what to do. But she's been there for like 3 weeks now. She apparently has to stay until they find somebody to fill the position. But they have to open up the darn state now, don't they? Yeah, so she's home. Yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah, okay. She's home. She's glad to be here. She gets to spend the weekends here. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wish she could. In any case. So with that, everyone, I mean, heck, be safe, watch out for your family. Get phone numbers, because all this stuff, it's going to happen again, or even continue to happen and be even worse. That's just the way these birth pains work, right? It's just going to, once you start feeling these pains and they get closer together and with more frequency and veracity, yeah. So the internet could go down. They're going to get everybody on the internet, which is what they've got them doing right now. All the schools, the other businesses, they're all, and the people who have to work from home, all that accumulated. Everyone, I saw the figures the other day. There is just so much more people online right now. And they probably use as an excuse that, oh yeah, we're going to need 5, 6G now. But they're going to shut it all off, people. Once you all are reliant on it and need it to get in touch with people, I mean, they can just turn it off. Simple. Why would Obama give our internet, which was basically given to us by, CERN, people in Switzerland? That's who, invented the web. It's the people over at CERN. That's another subject, too, that's been out in the news recently. I did want to, this is a link I'm going to give to you as well. And let's see if I can find it again. Just give me one more second. Where the heck did you go? Sure is. Huh. I know I have it. I was just looking at it. All right, so we'll just go through every darn one then. It's not on Facebook. Yeah, here it is. It's called worldometers.info. I guess this is where I'm going to stay because there's some other information here that's pretty darn good. But you see the coronal cases. I thought I showed this to you in the beginning when I showed a couple days ago, but I forgot. But here it is. You can go there too. The link will be in the video. 2,232,000. That is up from 2,023,000. So it's, let's see. Come on. It is up 200,000. That's a big jump. So, and then you can break this down. You can go into the countries, then you can go into your states. It breaks it all down. See right here in the bottom. I did this the other night. So I went into the USA, and then obviously I went into you have the states that are going to be listed. Okay, further down. So, just go down to the state. Select that. Well, they give you all the information right here. And then you can go further than that, break it down into county and so on and so forth. Very good site. And it also shows you the population and how, in live motion. Let's see if I can, get back to that. World population. There we go. So second, 7.778, let's just put it 7.8 billion people. I guess I've been stuck at 6.5 billion for quite a while, and it's not there anymore because other people, just were saying it, and I said, where? And it tells you all this other interesting stuff too. I like this stuff, especially when it just keeps going, adding stuff, births today, deaths today. And then it gets very particular too. You can go into each country, country again. Tells you, what other things and how many other people have died. If you go back to the corona thing, of what, death rates. They get into all that if you look into it. It's a very good site, so highly recommend it. With that, everyone, sorry, I'm just, blabbering on again. Be safe. Take care of each other, man. We need that. We're going to need it. Lift each other up. Let's not be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. We're going to go home, man. We're going to go home. We're going to be with Jesus and in paradise conditions, in a blink of an eye. So death, for a while now has not, bothered me at all. A lot of people try to forget it, but it's a inevitability, right? Anyways, God bless you all, man. Peace out.